Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's NFHS broadcast brought to you by the Timeout Tavern. You know, the Boondocks Bar and Grill, they're gone. It's now all about the Timeout Tavern. They're located on Main Street. Not sure what their specials are. I've never been to the Timeout Tavern yet, but I'm looking forward to my first time there. Should be a good restaurant, and they're one of our sponsors now that the Boondocks is no longer. But for tonight's matchup, we got the Cedar. I'm going to change that to CMS. Who knows what CMS is? I'm going to change that to Cedar Mountain. Cedar Mountain Cougars coming in 17-5 on the season. They're going to take on the Janesville Waldorf Pemberton Bulldogs coming in at 7-15. This obviously is a non-conference matchup. Section seedings have already been made. JWP got the 11 seed in the section, and Cedar Mountain got the 5. So these are section rivals here. We'll see what happens tonight. Jace Emery, me. Yeah, there you go, exactly. I'm doing the broadcast tonight alone. I normally am with my coaching partner, David Holm, but we're going to get a little shot of this here right now. Yeah, what's that about? Yeah, we see him. We see him. He doesn't see us, but he knows what's going on. He left us for greener pastures. He took the money and is now sitting at the broadcast booth. Yeah, we see ya. You've been caught. This is live right now. This is live. All right. So, all right. Get the camera off him. Get the camera off him. We can't guarantee he's not going to say something profane right now. All right. All right. But anywho, on to more important action. 4:50 away from starting lineups being read. Cedar Mountain recently defeated the number 1 ranked Bold team in Section 1. And they have some impressive victories this season. They are the 5 seed, but a very dangerous 5 seed. They could definitely make it to state, no questions asked. Not the tallest team from top to bottom. They do have a 6'5" starter, Lewis Pendleton. A lot of guys are hovering around the 6-foot mark, but very athletic. And if the JV game is any indication, a very stifling defense that the Bulldogs are going to have to be ready for. Bulldogs have had a difficult time scoring points against some of these defenses. We'll see how they act tonight. Tonight, the starters for the Bulldogs are going to be Gunderson, Oliver, Fiesel, Weimert, and Schramm. Fiesel at 6'7" will be the tallest man on the court. He's going to really have to deal with Pendleton often, I have a feeling. Pendleton, truthfully, looks a little taller than 6'5". I wouldn't doubt if he's closer to that 6'6" mark. In C-Squad action, the Cougars won as well. They won by about 15 points. So Cedar Mountain looking for the clean sweep tonight. But we'll see what the Bulldogs have to say about that in this marquee section matchup. Although this is not a section game, but these two teams are in the same section. I am pretty sure on that. Once again, Cedar Mountain the 5, JWP the 11. JWP will be playing Greta Hundley, East Chain Truman the 6. Cedar Mountain, I am not sure who they are going to be playing. I'm not sure at all. But before we get to sections, though, there is one other game. Tomorrow night, a home game against New Ulm Cathedral. 7:15 tip-off. I'll be here for that one. I'm pretty sure David Holm will be back at the booth for us. So if you like tuning in to hear what he has to say, he'll be back tomorrow. I'm pretty sure, unless he puts the Benjamin Franklins in his back pocket again and leaves us. He's not going to be paid that much. Don't worry. And then Tuesday, February 26th, home game versus the United South Central Rebels. That is also the same night that the section girls game is taking place. David and I have not decided which one we will be going to. We'll be going to the girls game, or are we going to stay here and broadcast the boys game? I'm not sure what we're going to do yet. But we're 2 minutes and 10 seconds away from starting lineups. I'm going to get ready for that. At the booth this evening, we got Zoe Zimbrick and Ashlyn Kais. They are members of the 2-time Valley Conference Junior High champion basketball team. And they are now members, I believe, of the C-Squad basketball team. Is that true? That is true. So you'll be seeing them in a few years at the varsity level probably. They're probably a few years away. You think I'm joking? I don't think I'm joking. Probably a few years away. found?
I don't know. She just gave us.
We'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that later. We're getting ready to go here. We got Zoe going to work the score tonight, and we're gonna go with the time tonight as best we can here. Now, let's update this to 18 minutes, Zoe, and it's touch screen. If you want to go that route, if you want to clickety clack, you can clickety clack till your heart's content. Wait a minute, what do we got here? We got some issues here. One moment, and we're off and ready to go. Let's get this thing going. There it go. It's not going. We appreciate your patience at home. Oh, I've missed something. I'm so sorry, folks. One moment. There we go. Yeah, it'll catch up. It'll catch up. That's fine. No, it's fine. Don't go off the air. Never go off the air. Holy smokes. That's good. That's what we want. We want the folks at home to see the score, see the time. All right, Kobe Weimer with the ball here. Fiesel rolls off the screen to Gunderson. And it is reclaimed by the Bulldogs. Oh, there's that defense I was talking about. The Cougars. And then there's Pendleton. No look pass, and it rolls off, and Fiesel the board. It slips out of his hands though, and Lombard comes away with it. Lombard plays taller than his height at 6'2", very athletic 6'2", and Lombard gets the Cougars on the board first. They break the ice 2-0. And it's going to count. Fiesel heading to the line for the three-point play. Foul was on, that was on Tavi Nelson, the 6'2" senior. About a handful of seniors for these Cougars, many of whom in the starting lineup, and 4 of the 5 starters are seniors. So it's a very experienced team, very quick team. Floater pass to Pendleton. The 3 coaches, I don't know if you could hear me during the starting lineups, but the 3 coaches for the Cougars, Brian Pendleton, Tyler Pendleton, and Zach Pendleton. So maybe one day Lewis will follow suit there. I actually went to Bethany Lutheran College with Tyler Pendleton, I think, for a couple years. I think he was a golfer. He came in a little after I did. Oh, stolen away, and Pendleton, Dunkaroo, and we saw a few of those in warm-ups, and he can do it in the game as well. Dunkaroo, Zoe, those were good. That was a good snack in the 90s. Dunkaroos, holy smokes. The turquoise plastic container. Man, what a time to be alive. Three-pointer is up and in for Weimer, and he gives the Bulldogs a 1-point lead at 5-4. Pendleton not rushing in with that dribble. Pass it to corner. Kane Oliver with tight defense. Back out to Pendleton. Pendleton splits the defenders, and it is Lombard. Excuse me, that's not Lombard. That is Larson who came away with it. Back to Larson. Fakes to Pendleton. He'll shoot the 3, and it's off. And rebound by Nelson. Nelson fakes. And it's Lombard putting it up for 2. Excuse me, was that Lombard? No, that was not. That was Larson. Lombard and Larson. For some reason, I have to differentiate those two. I'm having a tough time with that. Lombard much larger. And that was tipped by Larson. I mean Lombard. We'll get this down eventually. 6-5 our score in favor of the Cedar Mountain Cougars. And three-pointer is up and in for Gunderson. And Bulldogs starting hot from beyond the perimeter. 8-6 our score. I guess I don't have to say it as much because it's on the screen for you at home. But for those of you listening to the audio only, it probably is helpful. And Larson for 2, it rattles off, and Peterson Jewell with the putback. Peterson Jewell, a 6'2" junior. He is the only junior in the starting lineup for these Cougars. To Fiesel. Schramm wide open underneath. He's got to put that up. And he does. Nice underhook layup there by Schramm. And the Bulldogs get to double digits first, 10-8 our score. errant pass. I thought he towed the line there. It was darn close. Stutter step dribble, passes it out to Tavi Nelson. To Lumbar, and underhook, and it is going to be a foul. Good sportsmanship there by Schramm. I think that's going to be on Oliver. It is on Oliver. His first, team second. And free throw is up and in. To Fiesel. Fiesel out to Gunderson. He'll shoot again. Let's see if he hits another one. It's off. Rebound, Peterson Jewell. He kicks it out to Pendleton. Pendleton full speed ahead. Even though the tallest guy at 6'5", maybe one of the best ball handlers on the team. Three-pointer is up, and it is off. Falls right in the breadbasket of Schramm, and they're heading the other way, are the Bulldogs. Over to Oliver, to Schramm. Weimert with a 6'5" defender on him. That's not very often that happens. Bulldogs should look to exploit the height if they're going to have the 6'5" guy on Weimert. The 6'7" Fiesel should be there. Nice hook shot there by Schramm. That's one of the best shots I've ever seen him hit. 12-9 our score. Bulldogs with a 3-point lead against the 17-5 Cedar Mountain Cougars. It's off. And the Bulldogs possess the rebound. Over to Oliver. Oliver back out to Weimert. Down low, and holy smokes. A bullet-type pass, and that one almost pierced the wall, it seems. And a sub coming in for the Cougars. It is Chris Dow, the 5'10" sophomore. Back to Pendleton. Oh, and maybe an alley-oop attempt there by Cedar Mountain. Nelson could not corral in the pass, and Fiesel puts it in. He's got to use that height advantage. And it's a 5-point lead for the Bulldogs, 14-9 with 12 minutes, 12 seconds to go in this first half. And it is stolen away by Weimert. And down to Fiesel. Fiesel back out to Oliver. And it's an errant pass, and it's heading the other way is Dow. And Schramm going to put a little heat on him. And he passes it to Nelson. No look pass to Pendleton. Pendleton for three. It's in. Cuts the deficit to 2 with 11:20 to go first half. Oh, yeah, and Weimert had to remind Gunderson the ball was coming. And perhaps that lateness threw the shot off mentally for Gunderson. It was an open look, though. He has hit one earlier this evening. Peterson Jewell around the horn go the Cougars. Everyone touched the ball there. Dow, big rebound by Fiesel. Fiesel a little slow to get up the court. Maybe. Oh wait, maybe that was by design. Maybe it was a delay thing, and he got the bounce pass. And when Fiesel got there, he put it up and got fouled, but could not connect on the shot. He'll head to the line for 2 free throws. Gunderson getting a little water break while he's still in. I don't see that very often. Weimert going to as well, possibly indicating they'll be in there for a while. Bulldogs possibly going to go use a short bench tonight against Cedar Mountain. And Lumbar coming out possibly with some blood. You can see that at the bottom of your screen. He's getting checked out. And I did not see who went in for Lumbar, but it is number 24, Caden Kleinschmidt, the 6'2 freshman. And errant dribble and stolen away by Oliver. Oliver I want to say the lone senior, but with Stork transferring in this past fall, he's not the lone senior. And Schramm, put that up, Schramm. And floater pass to Pendleton. And to Peterson Jewell, he kicks it out to Dow. Dow for three. And it's bobbled, and Weimert comes away with it. Miller to come in momentarily. That will be the first substitution for the Bulldogs this evening. Over to Oliver. Yeah, and Fiesel wasn't ready for the bounce pass, and he was careening out of bounds at a quick pace and had to get rid of it, and it went right to the arms of the Cougars. Pendleton for three, it's in, and just like that, we're tied 15 all. Pendleton getting hot from outside. He did have a dunk earlier as well, and I believe he is the coach's son. And that is Weimert breaking the tie, giving the Bulldogs a 2-point lead. Dow for three, and I don't know how the Dow Jones did today, but Dow hits the three, and that gives the Cougars their first lead in a while, 18-17 our score. And penetration dribble by Weimert. Very athletic left-handed layup there, a double clutch, so to speak. And it back to the Bulldogs, 19-18. So back and forth this one goes. The Bulldogs lost by 42 against Randolph, a top 10 rated Randolph not that long ago. And so they want to stay in this one as long as they can, if not pull it out, obviously. Especially in lieu of that big loss against Randolph. Randolph does have a 7-footer on their team, though. A nice float pass, and Schramm hits the bottom of the backboard. He certainly was a great pass there by Fiesel. And Dow puts it in again. And timeout called by Coach James. And I have to make an announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, due to the weather forecast, the schedule of events for Casino Night for Janesville Beautification at Farm America on Saturday night, February 23rd, has been moved up, and doors will open at 4, and the meal and auction will be around 5:30. If you can't make it until 5:30, that's okay. There will be plenty of food, fun, and festivities with items to bid on. There will be a limited number of tickets available at the door. Please see Larry Milo if you would like to purchase tickets this evening.
What's your something good for this?
I'm going to get on and say, ladies and gentlemen, there was a identification card found in the parking lot. A Davy Home. Is there a Davy Home here? We have an identification.
What'd you say? Sorry, guys. Can't probably tell you right now. It's not. You're gonna say that tournament, and I'm gonna go.
Next time out.
Oh, love that.
And we are back, and so once again, if you are in the local area, the Casino Night has been moved up to Saturday night, February 23rd. Doors open at 4 o'clock. Auction will be about 5:30. That's now on the 23rd, which is Saturday. So if you were in the viewing area, please, we want you to support that. Tickets are available at the door in limited quantity. Pass to Dow, and Dow to Penn. Oh, quick pass there to Peterson Jewell. He couldn't put it in. Dow for three, and it's in. And boy, his stock is rising very quickly here this evening with these shots he's been making. 23-19 our score with 7:30 to go first half. And wow, and Dow, oh, here we go again, maybe a dunk. And he boofed the dunk, but it bounced off the front rim and hit the backboard and went in. So it's all worth the same. If he misses the dunk, I'd say you shouldn't shoot that ever then, because you get the points. It's worth 2. Gunnarsson, I thought he had a foot on the line. The ref put an arm up for a 3. Pendleton for a 3. It's off. Gunnarsson the rebound. Fiesel, big rebound by the Cougars. I'll have to take a peek at that. Maybe he jammed a finger on a pass. And wow. It was a pass to Pendleton, and he does a little tip thing with it. And that's knowing your teammates. These guys have obviously played together a very long time. I missed the entry for the Cougars. Devontae Charles, the 5'8 sophomore, entered during our last break. And he's putting some tight defense on Weimert. Kicks it out to Gunnarsson. Gunnarsson out to Oliver. Miller was fighting down low. Weimert pump fake penetration dribble. Big jump step and puts it in for 2. And both feet landed simultaneously, so it's perfectly okay. Charles stolen away here. And Weimert reads the court, and he goes up for the layup. Nice float, the little left-handed float there. And it was an 8-point lead for the Cougars. It is down to 4, 27-23. Hook pass to Charles. And boy, Miller, he'll make you hit the deck fast there. A Cougar defender hit the ground. And, oh boy, getting physical out there. Oh my goodness. And Schramm coming in for Schramm coming in for Miller. Reinhardt making his first appearance this evening, coming in for Oliver. 5 minutes to go, first half. Excuse me. Should have given you the high sign to mute it there, my mistake. Schramm over to Gunnarsson. Gunnarsson, he's not afraid to shoot that. Back out to Weimert. Bulldogs looking to develop something here. Reinhardt over to Gunnarsson. Bulldogs in no rush, but you know what? Get the right shot. There's no shot clock. Get the right shot. Schramm, not feasible, Weimert. Schramm fakes the big fake. Nice pass by Schramm, and it drops for Fiesel. Beautiful pass by Schramm. Boy, very athletic move. Stolen away by the Bulldogs. And Weimert, it's in, tied up at 27. Timeout called by the Cougars. I'm reading it.
Ladies and gentlemen, identification card was found in the parking lot. As an MSU identification card, if there is a David Holm here this evening, we have your identification card. If there is a David Holm here this evening, we have your identification card. Please come to the booth. Thank you.
Leave it. We'll try it again later. All right. Maybe he knows. He might know. All right. He might know. I think Mr. Lidke's laughing a little bit. And Pendleton with the ball. And that is Larson. Larson out to Charles. Not a lot of fouls in this first half. Fake by Gunderson. Back out to Weimer. 27-27 our score. To Schramm. Blocked by Pendleton. That's all right. You know, a block's a block. A lot of times it garners a big reaction, but it's just a missed shot. Don't say anything about this until I'll try again at halftime after I read this off. Because he'll probably come up here. So just, yeah. So if he comes up here, just hide it for now. Yeah. And Fiesel calls for it. Out to Gunderson. Oh! Blocked into next week was Gunderson. But you know what? It's just a miss. It's just a miss. And you know what? A lot of times people get intimidated by that. It's just a missed shot. Boy, he's got to get it in here. Kind of a bad positioning there. Reinhardt. Oh, and Charles tips it out. Good cut there by Gunderson to Fiesel, to Weimert. Down low to Schramm. Schramm bodies up, and there's going to be a foul. And I think that's only the third foul for the Cougars this half. The Bulldogs only have one, so you won't have to worry about any foul trouble next half. Schramm breaks the tie. It is now 28-27. And this just goes to show you, I mean, we don't know what's going to happen in the second half here. Second free throw in. The Bulldogs are the bottom seed in their section bracket. They're the 11. So they're playing a 17-5 team who's a 5 seed. And they're hanging tough right now. And they're winning. Blocked by Fiesel. It's a very... David Holm, who I am normally with here at the booth, says that our section is the most stacked section in the state right now. And he says about 6 or 7 teams could actually come out of it to make it to state. And he studies this stuff a lot more than I. So I think he might know a little more about that. And it's put in there, and it's now a 4-point lead. The Bulldogs extending a bit. And a very athletic layup there by Pendleton. And with about 1:15 to go, the Bulldogs would love to go into halftime with a lead here. Oh, and I thought he got some rough turnbuckle treatment there. He did not, I guess, says the referee. And 1 minute to go, first half. Weimert for 3. Bank not open, and Pendleton comes away with the board. He's dangerous. Tight defense on him. And, And good pass there by Pendleton, and Bulldogs doing a lot of chasing right now, but they come away with the steal with 39 seconds to go. Weimert, the big fake. Oh, and it's off. And, it's off the mark. Fiesel the rebound with 25 seconds to go. And they're calling them to slow it down for one last shot. Some defensive positioning being called out by the coach. And I think he traveled. He did, yep. Gunderson thought it was going to be a push. Not the case. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and no shot will come off. And we head into halftime. Our score, the Janesville Waldorf Pemberton Bulldogs 31, the Cedar Mountain Cougars 29. right, and we're back here. Boy, we're going to lose Zoe Zimbrick, it sounds like. I don't know where she is. She left. So we're going to have to go idle with our scoreboard for a little bit because I'm not going to be able to run both. So we'll let her take care of that when she returns. So I'm going to hide it for now. She'll be back. She said she had to go buy some cookies. So that's where she's at right now, if you're wondering. 31-29 our score, though. Bulldogs with a 2-point lead here against a very good 17-5 Cedar Mountain Cougar basketball team. All right, and Weimert starts us out here. Let's see what adjustments each team will make. And you know the Cougars are going to make some. And there's a quick steal for the Cougars. To Peterson Jewell. Kicks it out to Pendleton. Pendleton for three. It's off. Gunnarsson the long board. Or did he? He never got it. And Coach James wanted him to grab that. I don't know. He was going to let it go out of bounds, and then it almost was corralled there by Nelson. And then you just got to hit show once you fix the time. No scores have happened. And, oh, I think it was meant for Schramm, but Fiesel thought it was meant for him. Oh, and it's a foul, and he'll head to the line for two. And then you just got to scroll up. Oopsie doopsie. Let's get this going here. Show. And I think you have a minute too few. It's 17:04. Ah. She's got it figured out. And free throw is off, but Peterson Jewell gets the rebound and kicks it out, and then passing it around. Pendleton fakes. And Lumbar puts it in. After the initial burst in the first half, we didn't see much of Lumbar. And that kid needs to get off the court. Who is that kid? Who is that kid, Zoe? Yeah. No, that's not one of ours. He's not a sixth grader anyway. Must be a fifth grader. And Fiesel going to take another free throw. I think Mr. Litke has spotted him. And it's 32 all. Give me a little more sound there. 32 all our score. 16-14 to go second half. Out to Pendleton. To Dow, and Dow, boy, he's been hot out there. And that's, I think, his second or third three-pointer, but he's been a big spark off the bench for these Cougars. 35-32 our score in favor of Cedar Mountain. Weimert, the handoff not working out. Pass it to Oliver. Oliver back to Weimert. Schramm, maybe a little bit of a forced bounce pass there. I know it worked a couple times in the first half, but That one might have been a little forced. Peterson Jewell garners the foul, does not make the basket. He'll head to the line for a pair. Second foul by the Bulldogs this half. I think that's already one more than they had the entire first half combined. And it's off. And he'll get head of the line for the second now. Second free throw is up. Better result this time, and it extends the Cougar lead to 4. They did have it as high as 8 in the first half. I believe the largest lead for the Bulldogs was about 4 points. Oh, and plops in for Weimert. He did a good job recovering after the ball was stripped loose. Stolen away, and down the court they go. They're coming, and they yelled it. Good ball fake there. Gunnarsson thought about it. Out to Oliver. Weimert going to slow. He had 14 at halftime, did Weimert. And out to Fiesel, back out to Weimert. Penetration dribble here. Nothing going. Pendleton providing the defense is the 6'5" senior. And stripped away by Dow, was Schramm. Behind the back dribbler right in front of the student section. And it's off. And Schramm eventually comes away with it there. I think Weimert wanted a call there, did not get it. And it is stolen away by Weimert, heading the other way. A lot of turnovers so far this half by both teams. Three-pointer is up. It's off the iron. Peterson Jewell the board. Down the court we go. Dow to Pendleton, the floater pass, and it's up and in. Timeout called by Coach Nick James. And I have to make an announcement. Well, I'll do it next time out. Yeah, because I haven't heard Don't Stop Believin' since the last sporting event I went to. Well, Zoe, let me tell you something. I don't like this song. It's played at every sporting event. Every sporting event. Every sporting event. Let's get something new. Like what? Oh my goodness. Let's get the Macarena. Let's get some 19. So old. This song is from a decade before the one I just mentioned. Oh boy. Let's get something. Let's get the people moving. Macarena. He's normally right here. Chuck's normally right. Chuck's behind the curtain tonight. Ooh, easy does it, Gunnarsson. Oliver for 3. Oh, I thought he almost healed the line there. He did not. And it's loose. And yeah, it's just a body foul there by Gunnarsson. He took the big crossover and hit the deck, so to speak. It's good to see KUYC here at the entryway. We'll see the highlights of this one on the 10 o'clock news tonight. probably right at about 10:20, 10:18, somewhere in there. Three-pointer in for Dow again. And he's getting hot here, and then the lead is up to 7 for the Cougars. Bulldogs need to get on a little bit of a run here. They only have 3 points this half thus far. To the 12 of the Cougars. And right in front of us, and that is going to go to the Cougars. Errant pass, turnover. Reinhardt going to come in for the Bulldogs in favor of Oliver. And Peterson Jewell down low. Finds, oh, why is he still open? Oh, and Dow almost hit another one. And both teams thinking it's going their way, did not tip it, did not pick up the ball. And I thought he initially said that it was going to the Bulldogs, but then he fixed the call and had it go into the Cougars. Three-pointer is up and in, it's off. Big rebound by Peterson Jewell. He skied for that one. It was deflected, so it is not an over and back. Some people who didn't know the rule were calling for that. That was not, it was deflected. Oh, good fake pass there. Wowee. Great pass there by Pendleton. (43-34) our score. Cedar Mountain with the lead. Schramm, very athletic. Boy, this is a very good showing for Schramm here this evening. Free throw is in for Schramm. And it's in again. And 43-36 our score. Oh boy. And Reinhardt grabs it definitively this time. He remembers what tongue lashing Gunderson got when he didn't grab it right away from Coach James. Weimert stolen away by Dow. And possibly blocked there by Weimert. And I'd watch the off the back, and it went off of Gunderson's shoulder there, Karamdorf. To Peterson Jewell in the corner. Cross-court pass. Whoa. Stolen away by Gunderson. The Cougars fall back. 10:30 to go. 43-36 in favor of the Cedar Mountain Cougars. Thank you so much for joining us on this NFHS broadcast, wherever you might be. Many of you probably watching in the future, not live. And Larson coming back in for the Cougars in favor of Nelson. Pendleton, oh, he hits a three. He hits it, and it's the first double-digit lead here for either team. 46-36 our score. Nice pass again, wow. Schramm's got that nice little touch pass down tonight. He's having his best game of the season, in my opinion. Great passes by Schramm. Almost a travel there, but he did pass. Oh, no, not again. Dow for three. It's off. Boy, Fiesel's got to go up for that. He's 6'7". Get the rebound. Don't let Gunderson get it. And it's stolen away by Dow. And kind of lackadaisical play there by the Bulldogs. Fake. To Schramm. Schramm bodying up. Not a bad body up there by Schramm. It was the right idea. I like that game that he's been playing tonight. Whoa, whirling dervish is Pendleton. Fiesel to Weimert. Foul. And Weimert will be at the line for a pair here with 8:54 to go. 48-38 our score. 23 is Justin Lumbar. Oh, well, that's how it goes. And free throws are in for Weimert. Cuts the deficit to 8, 48-40 with 8:50 to go. Thank you again for joining us. Picked a good one to join us. Too bad you're not here live, but you got the second best seat. Pendleton for 3. Oh boy, he is really heating up. These Cougars have been very hot from behind the three-point line this half. Yeah, I think you're right, Zoe. I think the Bulldogs they are showing some fatigue right now. And you can just see they're dragging their feet a little bit more than they were in the first half. And big drive there by Schramm. I thought that was a little bit of a reach there. Was not called. Reinhardt to Gunnarsson to Weimert. Fiesel to Gunnarsson. Boy, a lot of clock coming off the time here. Or a lot of time coming off the clock here, I mean to say. And there was a right move there, and Fiesel can't get the putback. Lumbar the rebound. Cougars heading the other way. Boy, action faster than we can call it almost. Lumbar laid it in and was fouled. Our camera woman, Ashlyn Kais, it must have it was stuck. It was stuck or something. Ashlyn's a good kid. We like Ashlyn, though. Ashlyn Kais, a member of the C Squad basketball team now, as an 8th grader. She recently was on the 8th grade team where they defended their Valley Conference title. And as far as I know, they are the members of the 8th grade team who were on the 7th grade team last year are they're the only team in JWP history to win the junior high championship both years they could have. That's true. I can say that nobody else in the school right now can say that. Now, of course, JWP has been around since 1989. We don't know the details going back that far, but the Cougars get the steal and put it in, and it is now up to a 13-point game here. And they are going to call the body foul. Fiesel at the line for 2. Free throw is in. I'd like to say hello to John and Annette in Lakeville. I'm sure they're watching this one. Nice seeing them this past weekend. Fiesel puts the free throw up and in as well. 55-44 our score. Pendleton to Peterson Jewell, and he kisses it off the glass, so to speak, and in. Quick shot there by Peterson Jewell. That might be his first points of the game. I'm not sure. Maybe he's had some others, but he was a starter. He was the only junior starter. Reinhardt for 3. That was off. You could just see the trajectory of that shot going left right from the get-go. Pass to Charles. Hook pass. Lombard almost couldn't handle it. Out to Pendleton. Pendleton in no rush here. Cross-court pass to Charles. Charles fakes. Hook pass all the way across the court. And good ball movement here by the Cougars. Charles for three. Soft touch. Skying for the and the foul. And it's the Cougars. Lombard heading to the line for the three-point play. And Fiesel just got a little out of position there. Great scoreboard work by Zoe this evening. She's been right on with the time and the score almost every time I've looked. Doing a great job. Free throw is off. Big rebound by Fiesel. And it drops in for Weimert. Timeout called, and I'm going to have to go to my announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, due to the weather forecast, the scheduled events for Casino Night for Janesville Beautification at Farm America on Saturday, February 23rd, has been moved up, and doors will open at 4, and the meal and auction will be around 5:30. If you can't make it until 5:30, that's okay. There will be plenty of food, fun, and festivities with items to bid on. There will be a limited number of tickets available at the door. Please see Larry and Milo if you would like to purchase tickets this evening.
And Lombard puts it in for two. And it's up to a 15-point game with 5 minutes to go. Pendleton down low to Dow, and boy, the Cougars really caught their stride here in the second half. 63-46 our score. Only 15 points this half for the Bulldogs, as opposed to 34 for the Cougars. And that shot brought to you by Janesville State Bank, helping build a better Janesville. Down low to Lombard, and he puts it back in. Boy, he's been hot this half. Kind of slow going in the first half for Lombard, but boy, he has really kicked it into a high gear. Gunnarsson to Fiesel. To Oliver. 3 minutes, 30 seconds to go. Great defense this half by the Cougars. Bulldogs have had a tough time finding the openings they found in the first half. Stolen, and it's stolen away there by Larson. And Dow, boy, he's really been the spark plug for these Cougars. I think he's their player of the game, if you ask me. He did not start this evening, but boy, when he came off the bench, he really provided a good jolt of energy for these Cougars, and without him, this might be a different story this evening. And nice now and deflected. But Oliver didn't want to take the risk there. Boy, very good movements this evening by Ben Schrum. You like to see that from the junior. Stolen away. And, oh boy, here we go. There's showtime. Pendleton dunks it in for 2. And oh boy, you can, Zoe, I think you hit the nail right on the head when you said that they were gassed about the 8. Oh, it's stolen away here. And oh, Dow made him look silly. He made him look silly there. They really, I think their gas tank hit empty. And we got people yelling, and that's, you know what? And I'll say this, they're yelling at that referee. He was called an hour before this game started. He's almost 80 years old. They need to give him a break. Give him a break. He does the junior high games. They couldn't find any other referees. He does not do varsity games anymore. And he was short-staffed, and he drove all the way over from Richland. And he shouldn't be being yelled at like this. And a lot of these people who are yelling, you know what? Why don't you go to MSHSL website and sign up to be a referee yourself? Get sanctioned. Get licensed. That really irks me when people do that. You know what? These referees, they're not making a lot of money doing this. They're you know, it's if it wasn't for the referees, these games wouldn't be possible at all. You're not going to like every call you get. It's a game. I think a lot of times when people make sports more than a game, that's when problems start. It's a game. It's a game that can teach a lot of life lessons. But yelling at referees like that sets a poor example for the student athletes on the court. And that's what it's all about, is educating these student athletes. Rebound by Johnson. Good to see Johnson in the game. He started a lot of games earlier this year. Stork in the game as well as Tristan Schroer and Drew Bourne and Logan Miller. 40 seconds left. And what happened there? I think what happened is I think someone wrapped around and yeah, boy, and Schroer didn't know what was happening there. Subs have come in for the Cougars as well. Number 13, Chase Schiller. Number 11, Ethan Bach. Number 29, I don't know why he would be 29. No, number 20, Joe Varner. 24, we did see him a bit earlier. Caden Kleinschmidt has entered as well. And who put that one in? Did we see? Bourne puts it in for 2. And with 15 seconds, I doubt we'll see any shots, but you know, with these reserves, they might want to. And Schiller is going to probably dribble it out here. And Varner fakes the shot. And that'll end it. And thank you for joining us. Our final score this evening, the Cedar Mountain Cougars 71, the Janesville Waldorf Pemberton Bulldogs 50. Have a great evening, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Thank you so much for joining us.